origins of liberalism are very interesting. There is this missionary Hinduphobia. It's filled with all kinds of strange things, and there is, all kinds of claims of this happened and this violent happened. It's generally violence, oversexed people, abusive culture. They don't look after their children. They are grotesque. They are immoral. They are irrational. That kind of an image. And then there is James Mill's History of India, written in a very scholarly way by a man who never visited India, never had access to the original sources, but basically secondary information from various travel diaries and various missionary accounts and indirect accounts. He compiled a 4-volume History of India, which becomes the official reading material for anybody training to go and rule over India. That becomes the Bible for India. And then there is Hegel's Universal Teleology, which says that all civilizations evolve, and we, the West, are at the front. And some people are further behind than others, but we are at the front, and our job is to pull them along. And there's that Native American, he actually had very racist things about Native Americans, saying that they had to die, and there's no problem, I mean, that was their fate. And blacks have to be turned into slaves because otherwise they're very dangerous. He had very racist things to say. Asians are very lucky. Asians are very lucky because they have the potential of being civilized, and we are here to do that. So it is very good news. So this is a kind of a Hegelian theory of race. So I'll be happy to supply you with all the references of what Hegel said. These are not the most favorite things that in the colleges today they tell you about Hegel when they teach you as a great hero of thinking. Yeah, these are not the things that I talk about, but these things exist, and there are books about it. Blacks have written books, Native Americans have written books, Chinese have written books, and we Indians need to know about all this. Yeah? Okay. Then John Locke comes up with a theory of rights, which says that all human beings should have rights except those who are unfit to apply reason, because they shouldn't have rights. And people who are unfit to apply reason are like children. So until they are fit to have reason, our duty is to raise them. And then he comes up with an education standards which says that being like an Englishman is the ideal model of what an educated person ought to look like. So people have to be like him to be qualified to have reason and hence have rights. Yeah? So then John Stuart Mill comes up with a theory of progress and civilization based on John Locke's theory of rights, saying that just like individual children and individual adults have a relationship on who has rights, so also civilizations, some civilizations are children. So he classifies some civilizations are babies and some are like teenagers, and so we are mature, we are the adults, and we have to manage all these civilizations. So there's a whole theory of rights, very logically reasoned for thousands of pages, and considered one of the great accomplishments of Western civilization.